We've all made blunders at work, but today we dive into a collection of mishaps where the consequences were a little more significant. Brace yourselves for some construction, shipping, and even space-related fails caused by workers that'll make you love your 9-to-5 job. Who needs a team when you can carry the whole load by yourself? Not this guy. He proves that teamwork is overrated, even if you end up creating a mess. In this video, we present the ultimate jump challenge. How would you rate this epic jump? We're giving 10 points for showmanship, 10 for landing, and deducting 1 point for the unexpected splash. Looks like we've got a wizard on wheels. But someone should let him know that the turbo version of his vehicle has so much more potential. Maybe he's just brewing potions on an industrial scale. You've heard of the domino effect, right? Well, turns out it works on trucks too. One wrong move and the whole lineup comes crashing down. Let's hope they have some patient drivers behind them. Transporting massive stone blocks is no easy task, my friend. Sometimes even the most skilled drivers face impossible challenges. Time to call in the superheroes of construction. Oh, that driver with the cans. Did he even notice they've fallen out? Well, I guess someone's not delivering the can-do spirit today. The Japanese container ship One Apis lost a staggering 1,816 shipping containers during a violent storm in the Pacific Ocean. Mother Nature had her way, leaving a costly mess behind. The captain of this boat must have missed out on his Tetris lessons. Shapes and sizes matter, my friend. But hey, at least he's adding a touch of chaos to the serene waters. Now, we all know some folks turn to a little liquid courage to cope with flying or sailing. But when the captain himself indulges in a drink or two, things take a wild turn. A drunk Russian captain at the helm? Ahoy! Trouble! When a fire ignites in the car's interior, you better have a trusty fire extinguisher on hand. It's definitely not the best day at work. But at least they're keeping their cool, literally. People around here should start paying these guys for creating artificial backyard ponds. They have the touch of turning any construction site into a serene oasis. Hey, we all have those days when everything falls apart, including our car. Even the girl watching from another car couldn't hold back her emotions. Picture this, accidentally pulling this prank on your boss, and suddenly this box becomes your new workplace. Yikes! Let's hope our friend here doesn't make that mistake. Forget Humpty Dumpty. These fruits took a great fall, and it's going to take ages to gather them all. It's a fruit salad in the making, and the tomatoes definitely seem to be on the run. By the end of the work week, we all feel a bit like this door, hanging on, barely holding it together, and desperately waiting for the weekend. Hang in there, buddy! We all know truck drivers should be aware of their size, but sometimes they find themselves in awkward situations. Well, at least this driver slightly underestimated the size of their ride. Take a look at the number of logs on that vessel. It's like they brought half a forest with them, only to have it all end up in the water. The wood floats, but the situation stinks. Who needs a fishing rod when you've got this team? They may have stunned a couple of dozen fish down there, but hey, they sure know how to work together and mess up together. A guy on a water scooter thought he could take on a ship but ended up underwater. Luckily, he's okay, but maybe he should stick to dry land. Motorbikes might not be his thing either. Parking can be a struggle for many drivers, but captains face their own challenges when it comes to docking a cruise liner. When it goes wrong, the devastation is on a whole new level. In this collision between a huge ship and a sailboat, thankfully the speed wasn't too high and nobody was hurt. The sailboat got a little spin and a torn sail, but it could have been much worse. Before you laugh at those water-sweeping workers, remember that on Monday you'll be stuck in a 3-hour meeting debating the color of website buttons. Maybe they're onto something. Steering a ship is tough, but steering a crane? Well, that's a whole new level of challenge, especially when the cable isn't strong enough to handle the weight. Ever wonder why the road in your area takes forever to fix? Well, blame it on these golf enthusiasts. Yes, they're playing golf with a crane. I think this kind of construction delay should be allowed. And here it is, the legendary fall of a sofa from great heights. Does anyone know the brand? We bet any other sofa would be crushed to pieces, but not this one. Even the dog couldn't believe his eyes when he witnessed a human ramming into crates of cold drink. This slogan deserves a toast. Raise one to right now, because this moment is right on point. If there were a pizza inside those boxes, it would be the sweetest death in history. But fear not, folks, the shift is over, and our amigo survived the chaos. It seems like this guy still hasn't figured out how a shovel works, and they expect him to handle an entire excavator? Good luck with that, buddy! Move over, expensive makeup brands, because this construction worker just set a new record for the most expensive makeup in history. Who needs a beauty blender when you have a construction site? If there's a hell for perfectionists, this guy must be in charge of it. No amount of money is good enough. No operator is doing it right. He's got high standards, that's for sure. Now, I'm no expert, but does that slope look a tad bit steep to you? Maybe the laser level was taking a coffee break when they built this one. Our friend here is not just a regular office worker. Oh no. On weekends, he becomes a superhero holding tectonic plates together. Talk about having diverse skills. Sometimes a tree has to make way for progress, and in this case it had to be cut down to expand the local church. But boy, did that tree put up a fight. The guy in gray is probably breathing a sigh of relief that he wasn't involved in this construction catastrophe. Sometimes being on the sidelines is a win! Oh, merciless physics, always ruining our ingenious plans. These workers thought they could easily make this work, but sometimes working smart has consequences. Worker becoming a knight is cool, but have you ever seen someone transform into a construction worker? Watch and learn, folks. Let's see how many of these transformations you can handle. They say a brand new door brings a fresh look, but wait, there's a new problem. This door is bigger than it should be. Now that's a disaster you rarely see these days. Meet the master of creative problem solving. If he can turn a task as simple as turning off a liver into a mind-boggling challenge, imagine what he can do when faced with real puzzles. Looks like this rubbish truck driver missed the memo on careful driving. Come on, buddy! With a minimum wage of $40,000 in America, can't you handle the garbage a little more delicately? Picture this, a Spanish bulk carrier, engine failed, tossed against unforgiving rocks by raging waves. It's a recipe for a shipwreck. But luckily, everyone made it out safely with the help of a trusty helicopter. When the head of a hammer goes flying, you better hope it doesn't hit anyone's noggin. Thankfully, luck was on their side this time. Whew! Containers usually hold valuable cargo, but sometimes, due to a little mishap, that cargo ends up taking an unexpected dip in the water. Oops! It's not just a loss for the shipping company, it's a lesson in thinking twice before stacking containers like a game of Jenga. What's the biggest mistake have you made at work? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe to my channel.